And good morning, Math Masters and Math Wizards. Today we enter a new realm in the world of fractions. And if we were in class right now, I would spend a lot of time on this, but just kind of do what we can do with what's going on. So what you're going to need if you have your problem set is Lesson 20 problem set. Grade 4, Module 5, and that's page 179. If you don't have that, I would suggest a couple of pieces of scratch paper. You could do front and back. I'm using Sharpie, so I can only do one side. So let's get started. And we'll look at this first problem, 1/4 times 1/8. What do we see that's different about this addition problem that we didn't see before? Math Mutt, do you want to try to answer this? Well, what do you have in your mouth? Let me take that out.
I have a lollipop.
You mean the ones that I used to give to the classes that the table points would win? You have a Tootsie Pop?
Yes, I found the jar that you took home from school.
And that's why they've been slowly disappearing?
Yes, I've been eating them. This one is orange, not my favorite, but I still like.
All right, well, maybe since you're so excited, you could tell us what's different about this problem.
Well, as you can see, Mr. Leggett, right here, you can see that the denominators are different. Usually when we do the math, the denominators are the same, and we just add straight across and we don't change denominators. But now they're different. I don't know what we're going to do about that.
Well, why don't you just enjoy your Tootsie Pop and watch along, okay? Thank you, Matt. So, we have 1/4 plus 1/8. And if you have your problem set, it's kind of partially been done for you. What we're doing is we're using a tape diagram to represent each addend. These are addends, numbers we add together, or fractions in this case. And we're going to decompose one of the tape diagrams to make like units, then write the complete number sentence. Part A is partially completed. So let's take a look. You're thinking like, what do we do, Mr. Leggett? This is going to be tough. Well, it is kind of tough till you get the hang of it. So let's make two tape diagrams. And this math lesson is going to be a little bit longer than the other ones. So buckle up and enjoy. All right, let's go ahead and make quarters, 1/4. So we have 1, 2, 3, and 4, and we have 1/4. And I'm going to make it striped like that, and you'll see why later on. Now we have 1/8. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And I'm going to shade 1. So what we need to do is we need to turn this 1/4 into eighths. Now I know that 4 times 2 is 8, so if I just split these in half, these units, it'll work out. Let's see. See that now I have 2 units, right? Now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I have 8 down here. So my 1/4 became 2 eighths, didn't it? All I did was cut them up into smaller units. So now I could say, now I can add this easily. 2 eighths plus 1/8 equals what? Well, we know that the the denominator stays the same. And then we just do 2 plus 1 is 3. And there's our answer, 3/8. Okay? I'm going to zoom in just a little bit for our next problem. And it's 1/4 plus 1/12. Okay? Let's go ahead and make our tape diagrams. I'm going to start with 1/4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And how many should I shade in? Well, it's 1 of 4, right? So I'm just going to shade in 1, and I'm going to shade them in like that. so we can decompose them easier. And now let's make a 12th. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And I'm going to shade in one part to show that I have 1/12. Now, like MathMet was telling us, we can't add these. We have to make sure the denominators are the same before we can add. So I need to take my fourths and turn them into twelfths. 4 times what number is 12? 4 times 1 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. And 4 times 3 is 12. 4, 8, 12. So let's go ahead and do that. There's 3. Now I have 6. 9. And 12. Do you see how I did that? I split them into thirds because 4 times 3 is 12. So now they're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now it's 3 out of 12. It was 1 out of 4, but now we can see that 3 out of 12, 3/12 is the same as 1/4. So now we're ready to add. And we could go 3/12 plus 1/12. Remember, we do not add the denominators. They stay 12ths. 3 plus 1 is 4. Sure enough, 1, 2, 3, 4 12ths. Let's continue on. And 10 and tenths and fifths, okay? So let's think about it. 5 times what is 10? Well, 5 times 2, right? 5, 10. So let's keep that fresh in mind before we, as we start our tape diagrams. We'll do 3/10 first. So I'm going to make this 10 units, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then down here, we'll make fifths. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now, let's make 3/10 first. 1/10, 2/10, 3/10. Now I have to turn these into tenths. How would I do that? Well, first, let's make 3/5. There's 3/5, and I know that 5 times 2 is 10. So if I split all of these units in half, I will come up with 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 3/5 is also equivalent to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6/10. Now I'm ready to add. 3/10 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6/10. What would that equal? Well, the 10 remains the same. The denominator does not change. We do not add that, but we do add the numerators, the numbers on top. 3 plus 6, 6, 7, 8, 9 is 9/10. And there's our answer. Let's go down to the next one. And before we start our tape diagram, think about 3 times a number equals 9. 3 times a number equals 9. So think about what number that would be. We're going to make our 2/3 first. I'm just like it's going to be a little more careful with this one. I'm going a little too fast. Do you see we have 2/3? Now let's make 2/9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And we'll shade in 2. Now, I need to change my thirds into ninths. And when I think about that, 3 times what is 9? 3 times 1 is 3. 3 times 2 is 6, and 3 times 3 is 9. So if I break each one of these units into 3 pieces, I should have 9. There's 3. There's 6. There's 7, 8, and 9. So I can see that 2/3 is also equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ninths. And now we're ready to add. 6 ninths plus 2 ninths equals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 ninths. Okay? And this will come as we to you easier as we continue practicing this for the next couple of weeks, or week or two. Let's look at this problem here. 2, 6, and 1/3. Well, 3 times the number equals 6. 3 times 1 is 3. 3 times 2 is 6. Okay? So let's keep that in our head, that 3 times 2 is 6. I'm going to start off making 2 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And I'm going to shade in 2. Now I'm going to make my 1/3. And I'm trying to make these tape diagrams pretty much the same size. You know, I don't have a ruler out or anything like that, but just trying to make them the same size. And I need to make 1/3. And let's shade in 1. So we have 1/3 and 2 6. 2 6 plus 1/3. All right? So think about it. Remember I said 3 times 2 is 6? So let's split these in half. And I bet we have 6 pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we can see, by looking at this, that 2 6 was equal to 1/3, right? So now we just need to add 2 6 plus 2 6. And we see the 6 does not change, and 2 plus 2 is 4. 4, 6. Okay, also some of you on Google Classroom aren't doing I see you're watching the video, but you're not completing the quiz. We're only going to have a quiz every other day, so no quiz today. But try and remember to do the quiz. I saw that Giovanni completed his yesterday, as did Melody, so thank you. Let's make 1/2. All right, 1/2, 1 out of 2. And we're going to add on to that 3 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And let's shade in 3. What do you think we might get on this one? I mean, just looking at this, I didn't make it exact, but looking at these tape diagrams, what do you think our answer might be? I'm thinking it might be pretty close to 1 whole, if not 1 whole exactly. Let's break this up into 6 now. Remember, 2 times 3 is 6. So I'm going to break up each of my original units into 3 pieces. So now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we're ready to add. 3 6 plus 3 6 equals, so 6 does not change. 3 plus 3 is 6, and 6 6 equals 1 whole. So we see how that works, didn't we? So what's the big takeaway from this lesson? Oh, Mathmat, do you want to tell us?
Yes, I will tell you.
Did you finish your lollipop?
Yes, I finished the Tootsie Pop.
I like the chewy part in the middle. Yes, everybody likes that part.
No, yes, I do. Sometimes I don't want to lick anymore. I just crunch, bite, bite, bite.
Yes, I do that all the time. So tell us what the big lesson is.
Well, when you are adding fractions with different denominators, you have to make the denominators the same, and you could do so by using multiplication.
Yes, I'm glad you listened so nicely, Mathmat.
Well, I love listening to your lessons, and I miss all the students of room 502. I hope to see you really soon.
Oh, so do I, Mathmat. Do you have any other words of wisdom for us?
Just remember to wash your hands, and if you go in public, wear a mask, and do the social distancing. You know, you could say hello to your friends from 6 feet away. Hello, friends.
Yeah, that's all very good advice. Thank you very much, Mathmat.
You're very welcome, Mr. Leggett. Now to go back to my secret stash of Tootsie Pops. Yum!